You know, when they announced that they were going to be doing the Studio Series 86 Constructicons, your boy DrunkenPrime was super excited. I was ready to rock and roll. I was like, you know what? Take my money. Here's my money. Then they started revealing them, and I was like, okay, they're still got that Hasbro toy twist, but you know what? I'm sure they'll pull it together. Here's my money. Take my money. And then they had that grayscale model that they put up next to Grimlock and next to Prime. And I was like, yo, that boy tiny. Yo, that boy tiny as all hell. I was like, yo, what are we doing? What are we doing here? I was like, is this like Hasbro being cheap? Is this like Hasbro just scaling down to... I have no clue. I couldn't figure out why the Devastator is so tiny. I was thinking they were going to come in around 16 inches or so, you know, when it was all said and done with all the projected speculated parts forming, and they didn't. And then I go to the Transformers forums that I'm a part of, and the groups, and I'm like, am I the only one that's kind of like, hey, that's kind of a tiny Devastator? And I got a lot of people saying, like, you know, they're going to stick to their legend scale. They're going to maybe not. They're going to pass on this one. Some of them said they already have third-party figures that matter. And then I got the bros. The bros got at me like, you should be happy that you're even getting a Devastator. Hasbro loves us. What are you talking about? To which I ignored them, and I literally went with what the people were talking about with third-party offerings. And yeah, everyone that was kind of in the know said, if you're going to get one, you get the Jinbao oversized gravity builder, right? Get that bad boy, but you have to buy a specific upgrade kit, the animated accuracy upgrade kit, as one person put it. And yeah, oh boy, were they right. But yeah, before we talk about that, let's talk about the Constructicons. So yeah, look at them. They look good. They look really, really good. Right? Just as a collective group, I'm very impressed with how they came out. And honestly, this is how they came out the box. So I was impressed with them. And what I'm most impressed with them in their alt modes is that each one of them feels like a construction toy. They feel like they can be their own construction toys. They don't feel like construction toys that transform. And being masterpiece scale, I mean, they just all come together extremely well. They have their own personality. They're posable. They just feel like high quality figures for KO. I mean, and as we all know, in a lot of cases, Transformer KOs are better than the original in most cases, and these are no exception, because they have their own distinct personality, their own distinct attitude. You feel like you're playing with a really well put together construction set. My kids they saw them, and they were like, oh, where'd you get all those construction toys, Dad? Can we play with them? And they played with them for a little while because they felt like construction toys. And I was like, wait, kids, wait. I got a surprise for you. They can transform. This is the set for Devastator. And my kids were like, whoa, Dad, that's crazy. That's great. Yes, because it is. They look really, really, really good. But if I had to pick the winners out of the alt modes, I would have to go with Hook and Scrapper. Definitely are the two definite winners in the set as far as being pretty dope construction vehicles. But seriously, a special shout out to Scavenger too, now that I'm thinking about it. So another it's solid. It's definitely solid. I would put that in third place out of the group. But yeah, the rest of them, they're solid. They do their job. If you ever want to just have masterpiece scale Constructicons in a display as just the construction vehicles, this is probably the set for you. But yeah, let's go ahead and get these guys transformed, and we can go into the robot modes. Now, here's the thing. They are extremely stylized versions of the Constructicons. Yes, they are. They're not your atypical animated Constructicons. They look very stylized. Their details are very stylized. Everything about them, everything is a very stylized look for them, but they look good. You can tell which ones they are in comparison to the others. Like, you'll know Scrapper from Hook. You know what I'm saying. You'll know Long Haul from Scrapper and Hook. You know what I'm saying. Like, you know the difference. But yes, I can see that I could see the beef where people would have with this set, saying the Constructicons, just as the Constructicons transformed in robot mode, are extremely stylized compared to their animated counterparts. I could see where that argument would happen. But again, presence, they have it. They even have light piping. Like, each one of them has light piping, and the light piping is extremely good. It doesn't take much light to get them, but if you really want to get like in there, they have really good light piping, which I got to give them. So let's do a quick size comparison for these guys. So here they are with the Infinite Toys MP scale Megatron, which is the KO of the Masterpiece Megatron. Here they are with the Fans Toys Soundwave. Here they are with Fans Toys Jazz. Here they are with Deformation Space Blaster. Here they are with Magic Square Optimus Prime. Here they are with Fans Toys Hoist and Power Glide. And if you're a mainline collector, here they are with the Studio Series 86 Prime. And here they are with Studio Series 86 Grimlock, just to show you how they scale if you collect mainline figures. Okay, now posing for these guys. Now, granted, they're older Masterpiece figures. Let's understand. But because they're older Masterpiece figures, they're still Masterpiece figures, which in a lot of cases means they have pretty good posing. So let's grab old Hook over here, because they're pretty much the same in terms of posing. They have pretty good posing. Your head's on a swivel, you got your shoulders, you got your rotation at the bicep, you got your rotation at the wrist, hands open and closed. You have waist rotation, you have legs that go forward, back all the way. You can do a split. They have rotation at the thigh. Most of them have rotation at the thigh, and you have your ankle tilts and toe joints. So I mean, all in all, solid posing considering the age of these figures. Now let's talk about accessories. Now they have a lot of accessories, because there's two different sets. There's the standard accessories, and then there's the upgrade kit accessories. So let's talk about the standard ones first. So you have your standard Devastator Gravity Builder oversized chest plate. You have your guns, you have all the plugins to enhance the alt mode construction vehicle experience. You have all their guns for each one of the Constructicons. You have the missiles that go in Devastator's arms. You have Devastator's gun, which comes stock standard with the figure. Now, for the upgrade kit. Now, this is where the keys come in, my friends. You have your foot stabilizers. You have the animation accurate chest plate. You have a couple of replacement shoulder parts for stability. You have a couple of other replacement filler parts. And you have the leg and lower torso replacement parts. And man, oh man, that thing, it's gigantic. I mean, look at it compared to one of the Constructicons. Like, the size should tell you everything you need to know about what's about to happen with this figure. Oh, and before I forget to mention, you have the animation accurate head, and you have the arm extenders as well. Almost forgot to add those things. And now it's time for the main event. Let's get this sucker combined. And man, oh man, just looking at this just brings me so much happiness, because this is the Devastator I've always wanted as a kid. A massive, over-the-top, beautiful Devastator. Now, I did do a couple of little tweaks here and there to make this guy a little cleaner. On the back of the figure, there are 3 screws for Long Haul's torso. I undid those, took that out, reattached the plate, and yeah, it cleans the back up and doesn't make this guy's top heavy, as you find with a lot of different versions of Devastator, where long haul is essentially pushing this guy back and you have to do all kinds of weird adjustments to him. Just remove that part, 3 screws, is pretty awesome, pretty quick. But yeah, other than that, I mean, wow, just the sheer presence alone, this guy is amazing. And look how he even stacks up against another Titan class figure. This is the Devastator I've always wanted, and I'm so happy to have this in my possession. Oh, it looks so damn good. The only real problem I have with this combine mode is that the right hand, the pinky joint, will not stay in place, and it's driving me up a wall. I've warmed this thing up, and like it may have to be glued at the end and it'll screw up the rotation, but whatever. I mean, but just sheer presence wise, this is scratching the itch I thought the Studio Series 86 Devastator was going to scratch, and this, just in presence alone, it's fulfilling all of my wants and needs for a Devastator figure. Now granted, the original head has light up features and a battery and a whole compartment and everything. The new version doesn't, but with the visor on, it helps avoid the whole dead eye thing that this guy kind of has without the visor on. Now, posing. So first off, this dude, when put together, is very, very stable. You just have to make sure you put him together right. And then once you get it all put together, this dude, stable as all hell. So let's talk about it. Head rotation, you can cheat it down a little bit. It's pretty awesome. Arms go up. He can actually hit a quasi T pose. I think it's more of a P pose than a T pose, but you know, we'll work with that. Rotation at the arms, hands open up. He has a waist rotation, and you can kind of cheat the hips a little bit to kind of give him a ab crunch so he can look down at the puny Autobots. And yeah, his legs can go up that far, back that far. He can actually do a full split. I just can't get it on camera, but he can actually do a full split because of the upgrade kit. It's pretty freaking sweet. And now the legs, the feet actually have a ankle pivot, but because of the foot stabilizers, the ankles don't really move too well, so I wouldn't even bother with that. But with everything else, you can get some really solid posing out of this guy. So yeah, I'm very happy with the recommendation for this guy. I'm very happy to have him in my collection. This is the Devastator I've always wanted and never had, and I'm so happy to have this guy. Very stable, very animation accurate, looks great on a shelf when compared to the Studio Series 86 figures, compared to your mainline figures, compared to your masterpiece figures. It really is a solid figure. Now, price. I got this for a total that comes in at about $35 cheaper with the upgrade kit, $35 cheaper than the Hasbro offering, and I get all this extra plastic. Once again, older figure, sure, fine, I'll concede that, but for what you get, and you pay less than what you're paying with Hasbro, I mean, you can't beat it. It's animation accurate, extremely posable, gigantic. It has shelf presence. If you have the room for it, I would go get this. I would get this, and you got to make sure you get the upgrade kit. Now, I got this guy on TF Safari. No sponsorship. That's where I bought it from. And they have the base figures on TF Safari right now. Now, the upgrade kits. You can find the upgrade kit at the time of me recording this. I don't know if it's changed, but you can find the upgrade kit that I got on TF Direct, and occasionally it pops up on ShowZ's store. And if it does, buy it. Buy the upgrade kit. Get this whole set and just thank me later. It's amazing. It is the Devastator I've always wanted, and I'm so so happy to have it on my shelf. I'm so happy to have it next to my Studio Series figures. I'm happy to have it next to my Masterpiece figures. I mean, it's so versatile just because of the size and the sheer just presence. It works on a shelf. I highly recommend this figure. It doesn't have a lot of paint, but where it does have paint, the paint works. Extremely posable despite the size. Very fun to handle. Doesn't fall apart. Once you click everything in, it just stays together. It's not like a lot of combiners where you click it together and you lift it up and it just collapses and melts in your hand basically. No, once these guys are locked into place on this upgrade kit, it's a fantastic addition to your collection. Just trust me on this one. I highly recommend this. 5 stars all the way. Amazing experience, amazing figure, does everything I want from a Devastator, and it's just a super fun figure overall. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you prefer the Studio Series 86 Devastator? Do you prefer those Constructicons? Why do you prefer them over this? Something like this. Do you have another third-party figure, or are you happy with the old Titan class Devastator that came out years and years ago? Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm interested to hear everyone's feedback on this one. But yeah, with that, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, be safe, be good. And it's Drunken Prime cracking open another beer and signing off.
Perfect.